All right, Michael Yan here, live in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Today is Sunday, 22 March 2020, the year that everything changes for good, or at least forever. It's 14:11 hours here, which means it's 15:11 in Washington, D.C., and it's time for a wake-up call. If you have not gotten to your hard point yet, many people will not reach it. Of course, I've been saying this since January. It's too late for a lot of people. You're just not going to make it. Make the best of it. If you are there and you haven't stocked up yet, most people will still have an opportunity to stock up. Highly suggest you get on it right now. That means stock up everything that you can stock up on people. Echo on audio again. Here we go with that nonsense again. What is wrong? Well, that means my good microphone, we're still having a problem with it. What in the world? All right, listen, we're going to get to it. I got a lot of stuff to do here, so this is going to be short, and then I'm going to come back on later. Bottom line is, I highly suggest you have at least 4 months of food on hand. Highly suggest. Italy still apparently is not having food or water shortages. I don't care. I highly suggest you have at least 4 months of food supplies on hand. Now, people will say, don't hoard. Tell them to shut up. These are the same clowns who told us, don't wear masks, don't worry, nothing's happening, it's just the flu, we got it under control. They do not have it under control. They don't know what they're talking about. There's still plenty of supply lines across Thailand. There's still plenty of supply lines across most of Europe, by all reports. There's still plenty of supply lines in the United States. The warehouses are still full. I am telling you, I see these British people today, these officials, they're like, oh, you know, it's shameful that people now have 1 billion pounds of food in their houses that are uneaten. It's like, shut up, clowns. You're the ones that let UK get into this situation. They need to have 1 billion pounds of food, pounds. I'm not talking kilos, pounds. I'm talking money, pounds, in their homes. They need to have it. They need more than that, right? Stock up now while everything is while all the supply lines are open. If they close, which they may, then you will be stocked up and you won't be robbing your neighbor or eating their cat or eating them. So stock up now. Supply line, there's still huge amounts in the warehouse. If you stock up now, while everything is still open and the trucks are still running and whatnot, it's good to go, right? Right. Now, over time, so many people have been calling me a panicker, right? I don't know any other American war correspondent that has as much real combat experience as I have. Not even close. Real combat. I'm not talking war experience. I'm talking combat. Bullets flying, heads exploding combat, right? I don't know any American that's alive now that has as much combat experience as I have. And I'm not Mr. Panic. I'll go back to war tomorrow. It's no problem. I'll show you. This is just one example. I'm going to pull up and just show you. Hopefully it will. This is this is in Sangin with British forces, right? Out of about 400 districts in Afghanistan, Sangin was the most dangerous out of all 400, right? So the British Army asked me if I would go to Sangin with their troops. I'm like, of course I will. Why did you ask me? Because you know I'm one of the very few that will actually do it. And I went out there, huge amounts of firefights, IEDs, it was the whole game, right? So here we go. This is normal. This is like day-to-day stuff right here. So what do you think the chances are of getting hit on extraction?
High, very high, 80, 90%.
Oh, right. Small arms?
I'm sure it'll be small arms. I hope there's no high caliber weapons used as well. There are dushkas in this area, however I hope that they won't be able to bring it to bear for our extraction.
I don't think we're going to make it home in time for dinner. Some of those bullets were very close to me.
I'm happy I've got protection from the FOB location itself, and I've got an MFC and an FSD here to call in the guns and the mortars should we need to.
That was a nice top-down attack.
I guess we should wake up the mortar crews now.
Yeah, they need to. Yeah, they need to be getting out of bed now.
Just another day in the firefights.
Did that video play? I don't even know. I can't tell. I can't tell if that video played or not. I can't even tell if it's on. What am I waiting for? It just, anyway, something's going wrong here. All right. Did that video play? I don't even know. I can't hear. I don't have any sound anymore. All right. Okay. Yeah, oh, it did play. All right. So, could you even hear it? I don't even know. Look at all these sounds. All right. So the video played. That was normal. I did that for year after year after year. That was an easy firefight, easy day. One guy got shot in the leg, but it was just a ricochet. It was no problem. Maybe killed a few enemy. I don't know. But, I mean, it was just a normal. We had, I don't know, how many firefights did we have that day? I don't know, several. Anyway, bottom line was it was just, this is what I did for years, right? I'm not Mr. Panic Monger, as you can see. And so I'm telling you, if you're not stocked up now, you are way behind the curveball. And all these people trying to shame recently about wearing masks, they can go to hell. This is live fire. We're getting the real information from people like us. We're not getting it from our governments. Our governments are the ones who did not ground flights, who let this fly all over the United States and fly all over Europe and fly all over the world when we could have locked down. China lied about it. They're still lying about it. I still see mainstream media going, how did China control this? Again, how in the world do they go from we don't trust China to, look, China controlled it? Do you really trust them? I just can't get my head wrapped around all these mainstream media sources. Keep looking at these. Johns Hopkins keeps publishing the Chinese numbers. Johns Hopkins. This is like the officials of the officials. CDC still citing Chinese numbers. You can't even make this stuff up. Wizard of Oz is more realistic than what we're getting from our government, our various governments. Italy is getting smashed. Thailand, I'm warning you. I am warning you, Thailand. You are about to get smashed. And I'm here with you. Here in Chiang Mai, practically nobody seems to even be shopping. You are going to get smashed. I talked with Soy last night. We're going to start translating back into Thai again. In Japan, you're going to get hit too. You're going to get hit. Not being realistic. Hong Kong, you're going to get hit. You're going to get hit. We can see it. The numbers are doing what they've done in every other place. You're going to get hit. You need to stock up now. Now, is that clear? Stock up. Stop being shamed. Go online. Order what you're going to get. The warehouses are filled. Fill up. Go to Amazon.com. Go to Costco.com or Walmart or whatever. Get what you're going to get. Get at least 4 months supply. Food and water. Medicines if you can get it. And get it now while the supply chains are open. And they'll say, look, you're telling everybody to hoard. I am telling you. The supply chains are wide open. They're all saying it. They're all saying, look, our warehouses are full. It's just the shelves in the grocery stores that are emptying out. Go online and order it. If they can't deliver it or supply it, then they won't send it. It's that simple. Anyway, I got to go. I got a lot of stuff to do, and I'm going to come back on later. And let's see. I'll answer one or two questions. Let's see. Okay. Don't see any questions, just statements. And, yeah. And yeah, never trusting Chinese is a good deal. But yeah, you are at war. You are at war. And look at this clown. What's this about? What's this about? You or pandemic? Hey, Kim, I got a note for you. Go to hell. This is about the pandemic. Stay focused. Seriously. This is obviously going to start getting called out for people that are coming out saying this is just the flu. We got these clowns still going out to bars. I'm asking around Chiang Mai today, different restaurants and bars. Some are owned by Westerners and whatnot. Now, you still open tonight? Yeah, we're still open until somebody closes us. Yeah, alrighty then. Still open. Still open. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, you are, Jennifer. We are our own line of defense. We cannot depend on our various governments. They have been lying. They have left our southern border open. We had to get people like Brian Kofage out there to get 250,000 Americans to donate to build a wall. And it's still obviously not big enough. We need a giant wall. I talked to General McCaffrey about that years ago in his office up in, we went to lunch and we were talking about it too. And he's saying, we should build a wall across the entire southern border. And he's very pro-Mexico, as am I. We're not anti-Mexico at all. But at the same time, now what's going to happen when these South American countries go like dominoes from this? And Mexico too, not to mention the U.S. economy. But when they're hungry, they're going to go to where the food is. Yeah. And so, yeah, here we go. And so I'll show you this video one more time, and then I'm going to head out of here. And yeah, and you can see my filters are off on telling people where they can go. This is a war. Huge amounts of people are going to die, as I've been saying since January, in super clear war correspondent terms. Why am I keep saying I'm a war correspondent and very experienced? So you realize it's very important who I am. I am somebody who goes to combat the way other people go to the office. I go to real firefights the way other people go to shopping at Kroger's. Right? That's normal for me. It's absolutely normal. And it's very important. So when I'm talking this directly, it's very important. All right. And I'll show you this one more time, and I'm going to head out of here because I got a lot of stuff to do today.
So what do you think the chances are of getting hit on extraction?
High, very high. 80, 90%.
Oh, right. Small arms?
I'm sure it'll be small arms. I hope there's no high calibered weapons used as well. There are dushkas in this area, however, I hope that they won't be able to bring it to bear for our extraction.
I don't think we're going to make it home in time for dinner. Some of those bullets were very close to me.
I'm happy I've got protection from the FOB location itself, and I've got an MFC and an FSD here to call in the guns and the mortars should we need to.
That was a nice top-down attack.
I guess we should wake up the mortar crews now.
Yeah, they need to be getting out of bed now.
Just another day in the firefights.
Alrighty then, be prepared. Take inventory. I've been going through my spreadsheets, going through, rechecking everything, triple check everything. Batteries, candles, chem lights, food. List all your food. Make a spreadsheet of all your food. It will tell you what you might have missed. And then you can calculate really how many days you think you have before you get to your ration point. You're like, okay, if we get to this point, I need to start rationing. Everybody will have to make up their own mind about what that point is. It depends on your situation. If you live up in Alaska, it's one thing. If you live somewhere else, it could be a different situation. But do be prepared for supply lines to be broken, and be prepared for electricity to go out. You see American power companies, I've been saying this since January. Be prepared for electricity to go out. Be prepared for water to go out. Be prepared that you will have no water coming. If you flush the toilet, it may not flush, right? There's ways around this. Buy kitty litter. Get you a small get trash bags and a small trash can, and get those little pool noodles and make a toilet seat out of the pool noodles. Just cut the pool noodle or do something like that. You can get one of these compost toilets. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them right now. You can make your own. Use kitty litter. That's what the Army uses. It works, and that's what a lot of campers will use. Hunters and others have a lot of good advice. Go to prepper websites. It's on. There's no way you're going to get out of it. It doesn't matter where you're at in the world. You're either prepared or you're not prepared. And if you're not prepared, you are going to suffer. If you are prepared, you may or may not suffer. But if you are prepared, your suffering will be a lot less. I'm highly prepared. So if I suffer, it'll probably be because I get sick. But hopefully that won't happen. Anyway, I'll come back on later. And that was right. That was Sanguine. And make a rocket stove. Teach people how to make the rocket stoves. Put up the links. Yeah. So make sure that you've just got lots of candles. Count them out. Make sure that you're good to go. Got water. And if the electricity goes out, again, make sure I've taken my candle down. I was inventorying all my candles again. Make sure you got enough lighters. Make sure you got enough. Make sure everybody has a thermometer, right? Everybody should have a thermometer. A lot of people don't have thermometers. You could need this. Write down your temperature so you have a baseline. And then if you start getting sick, start taking it down morning, noon, and night, or maybe every hour, whenever. Start so that when you call the doctor or you email to a doctor, you can say, because you don't want to go to the hospital, you want to call, right? Or if there's any, in some places, maybe they'll have online forms that you can do. Be prepared. Don't listen to people that tell you don't hoard. There's people saying shop once per week. That's the most idiotic advice in the world. Nosocomial infections. Those are infections you get in a hospital, right? Now we're going to get grocery store infections, right? It's like everybody go to the grocery store once a week. Are they insane? Especially as all the restaurants close, right? Like Thailand. So many people eat in restaurants every day because the food's so great, and there's like 10 times more restaurants here than in normal countries, because it's just so good and inexpensive. But now they're closing down, right? So people are going to have to make their own food, right? And so if you shop for once a week, that means everybody has to go to the train station, which is really now the grocery store once a week. It doesn't make sense. Get enough now. The supply line, the warehouses are filled. If the shelves are empty, they'll fill them right back up. And people can come tomorrow. Keep doing it. Fill up your pantries. Don't fill it up with anything that's going to go to waste, obviously. But certainly don't listen to these idiots in our governments that keep saying, just get enough food for a few days. If people had been doing this back in January, everybody would be stocked up now. And there would be normal buying going on, right? Everybody would be already stocked up, like me. Everybody would be stocked up. And there would be no stress on the supply chains. But remember, I want to say it again, supply chains are still wide open in most of the world. That's quite clear. And so do it now while everything is still open. Get it while the getting's good. All right, hello in the south of Thailand. I am going to go ahead and punch out. I'll be back on later. Thermometers are sold out. Hello in Pennsylvania. Robert Smith, you'll have to go back on and look from the beginning. And yeah, keep your cars full of gasoline, and dehydrated foods are fine. Just make sure you got plenty of water. Hello from South Thailand. And I'm going to go ahead and shut out. I got a lot of things to do. I'll be back on later tonight. Y'all be good. Y'all stock up. Mike out. And